Hey, I'm here. Hello. Hello. Hey, anybody in there? Oh, no, it's Facebook land. Why don't you go and spend the whole night on Facebook while we're spending lots of money buying expensive food?
Hey, good morning. This is Leah, and this is what I really look like when I get out of bed in the morning. I've actually had one cup of coffee so far. And the plan for today was to do another video or two explaining to you how we do our Together Talks. But actually, last night we had a real conflict. And ironically, it was about this YouTube channel. We figured that would happen sometime. So I'm thinking that I'm going to ask David to meet me in the boat room and have a real Together Talk. Come join us in the boat room. Okay.
So last night we were out in a social environment, dancing and having a great time with friends. And when I was waiting to ask Leah to go out on the dance floor, she was interacting with her smartphone.
And we have talked about this before. David really doesn't like it when anybody, not just me, when he sees other people in restaurants messing with their phones instead of having face-to-face conversation with the person that's right there in front of them. It really bothers him. And I've tried to be understanding of that, and I usually keep my phone in my purse. He keeps his phone in the car when we go out on a date or when we're out with friends at their house or wherever. But I keep my phone with me because I have an elderly mom, and I need to know that if she needs to communicate with me, I've got my phone with me. Also, my son, every now and then, he'll call me while we're out, and David's fine with me taking a phone call from my son. He knows the ringtone and he knows it's my son, so I just pick up the phone and I go take it. But last night, unbeknownst to me, he didn't know that our view counter had gotten over 100. I was excited about it, and I wanted to send out a Facebook post and a quick tweet to let people know that, hey, I'm excited about it and thank you for helping us get there. And I felt like it was a milestone that needed to be tweeted about.
Communication is very important. Texting and cell phone communication does not work as well as talking face to face. And when I come up to Leah and it's like, how long have you been on that damn thing? It drives me crazy, and I take it as a personal insult. So the perception of her saying a quick tweet and the reality of how long she really was on the phone, getting the software to work, pulling it up, getting sidetracked because something else pops up on your screen. What you yourself might feel as a quick tweet may have taken 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And
Now, the reason David is saying that it wasn't just a quick tweet is because he doesn't know how to tweet. And he's saying that you have to deal with the device malfunctions and you have to deal with buffering and blah, blah, blah. All these other things you have to deal with are things that he gets really frustrated with when he's dealing with computer devices. So he adds all those things in there into his perception of what happened. My perception is it was just 20 seconds, maybe 30, that I was doing a quick tweet, sent it out. Then he was there, standing there, upset at me. And I felt like he didn't have reason.
here I'm a guy standing in a restaurant with the band playing a song that I really like, and I'd really like to dance with her. and she's more interested in this little rectangular blob in her hand than me. And I take it as a personal insult. I'm probably not the first one, but there's a lot of people who do this a lot, so I'm probably in the minority. But it is something that bothers me. I got upset. She realized I was upset. Then she got upset. And it kind of put a damper on what would have been a really good evening. It didn't ruin the evening, but it would have been a better evening if it didn't happen.
So I really felt that he should have been patient and just let me make my tweet, and then I would have been continued to be happy, would have gone on the dance floor, and we would have had a wonderful time dancing, because then I was incredibly happy because we had 100 views. But because that happened, I lost my happy. I did go out on the dance floor. I put my phone away, went on the dance floor with him, but I was struggling. I couldn't get my happy back.
It was different after that.
So we're going to develop a way to figure out how to fix this.
So this is one of these problems in life with the new technology isn't going to get fixed like that. And we'll continue to struggle with it. But let's try something is, hey, maybe a quick communication. It's not a dictate to communicate, but maybe a quick communication is like, David, hey, we just got 114 hits. Can I post? Do you mind if I post it? I'm going to post it for the next couple minutes.
Okay, I need to explain a little bit of what's going on right here in the video. This is, I believe, take 4 that you're looking at. There was a take 3 that actually didn't take. For some reason it didn't record, but when we were doing take 4, we didn't know that. There was a lot of good stuff in take 3 that we really liked. But because we didn't know it was recorded, you now hear David kind of stumbling over his words and saying things that don't exactly make sense. In take 3, he presented a possible solution about something that we could do that would help him accept the situation. And it was me asking him if I could look at my phone while we are out in public. And when he said that, I gave him this face and said, no, I am not going to ask you permission to look at my phone or do anything else. You're not my father, and I don't need your permission. I'm an adult. And I was a bit flabbergasted. And my reaction to that kind of took him aback. And he realized that that was an incredibly improper suggestion to give. So now you see him stumbling over his words because he's trying to say that that was a possible suggestion, but that it isn't going to fly, which it didn't. So there you go.
I'm not going to ask her to ask permission because that's going to go nowhere. But bottom line is, a quick little communication would have helped me because I didn't know what you were doing and what you were tweeting or what you're posting to Facebook or who you were texting. I just knew that you were not in the room mentally.
Hey, so we've had some issues with cell phones. I'm not a selfie kind of person, but I'm doing a selfie right now. So Leah's very much into her cell phone, like most of the people on the planet at this point, at least in the part of the planet we know about. And she uses her cell phone a lot, communicates with it, finds out information with it. Facebook, texting, phones, you name it. And when we're out and about with friends, sometimes it's kind of annoying. It's like, hey, we're out with friends, you're with me. Can we lose the damn phone for a while and just spend some time together? What's wrong with that, right? an hour, 2 hours, once or two or three times a week, I don't see why you can't do that. So it kind of offends me when I'm out with a group of people, be it Leah or others, and you know, we're having dinner, we're having drinks, we're enjoying each other, at least we're supposed to be enjoying each other, and what are we doing? We're looking at some device going, oh, what's on Facebook, or who's posting what, or how about enjoying the time where you are? So quite frankly, it kind of pisses me off from time to time when somebody is with me, but not really. So that's kind of what the conflict is from time to time. Maybe I'm unique in this, and most people don't care, or it's just part of their culture. But it's something that bothers me, and we've had some conflict about it.
I was in the room mentally. I was just happy for us and our accomplishment. And, well, the accomplishment of our friends out there viewing us. But this is going to only get worse. Hopefully, you know, you guys are going to really like us on this YouTube channel and watch us a lot. And this is going to be a situation that's probably going to happen again. So I'm going to try to be better at just expect, guys, I'm not going to be tweeting at you when I'm out on a date with David. I'll communicate as best I can on our Facebook group page, on my regular Facebook, on my Twitter account, which David has. He doesn't do any of that. So if you want to communicate with us, it's me.
Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. I don't want to be on Facebook. Yes, I understand that I may not be getting in touch with my kindergarten sweetheart or my third grade girlfriend or my buddy that I don't remember from second grade, but I've got some friends. I like to see them in real life, not on a computer or a cell phone. And I work all day long on a computer and really do not want to go home after work and start getting on the computer again to look at Facebook. I was on, what is it called, LinkedIn for a while, and all I found was I was spending my Saturday mornings accepting LinkedIn requests and never doing anything with it. So never got on Facebook and really don't want to get on it. I'd rather see your face in real life.
Maybe someday we'll get him to, but I doubt it. But I'm gonna tell you guys that I'm probably not going to be available 24/7. I will do my best to communicate with you as best I can, but David's the number one person in my life, so if we're out on a date, I'm going to be communicating face to face with him.
Thank you.
Okay?
I appreciate you trying to do that. I don't expect success, but I'll try to temper it, or maybe I have to ask you, like, in a nice way, oh, what's up on the phone, or come up with some code word to say hello without being, downing.
That would have been a lot better than what you did. I really felt scolded. That would have been so much better.
She doesn't do well with being scolded. No, not at all. So, bottom line is, this is an issue that we're all feeling. Maybe I'm the only one on the planet, but I doubt it. And it's a social thing that's happening in our world that we're going to have to deal with, and it is impacting relationships. Texting, I mean, how many times have I heard my sons and other people get upset because of a text? Phone is not as good as talking face to face. Like, if I'm talking with Leah right now and I say something that's upsetting to her, I can see it in her face, okay? Or if I say something that she's really happy about, I can see her shoulders changing position or being more accepting. On the telephone, all you can hear is the tone of Leah's voice. You can tell when somebody's getting angry. You can hear it, you can feel it in a voice. And then so you take the body language away by going from face-to-face communication to verbal only. So you only get the verbal clues on a phone. And then you take it one step farther, you get it onto only text that you can read, and you can read between the lines, right?
Stuff that's not there.
Yes, and you're upset, and how many, I bet nobody on the phone here has ever mistweeted something or mistexted something and had a word that the autocorrect put in there that, oh my God, what did I just send? So bottom line, if you want to have a good relationship with your spouse, your girlfriend, your lover, your brother, your sister, your friend, your work associate, try to do it face to face if you can. Phone is kind of the second tier, and third tier is digital, text only type of communication.
Cool. Okay, so I think that we can conclude that I will try to let you know when I want to do something on my phone if you are right there. If you are off talking to a friend or dancing with another female friend, I can check my phone all I like.
In general, if you're out in a social environment, I'd rather have people not checking their phones at all. So, if there's an emergency, that's one thing, but 99.99% of the phone calls and text and tweets and posts and chats on a cell phone or a smartphone are not an emergency. So it just, to me, it's antisocial. I'd like Leah and anybody else who's my friend or associate or great friend or close friend to not be doing it. But that, again, that's me. That's how I feel about it.
It's just that last night I think it was special. It was our first 100 views, and I just thought it was special, and I could send out a tweet. And by the way, my son just taught me how to do that. So I'm going to try to be more understanding, as I felt I have been, but I guess I haven't been enough.
You have been.
And so I'm going to be more understanding, and
I'm going to try to understand that it's the culture that we've changed to. I can agree to disagree on a lot of things out there in life, but for me, it's something we should all work on, is be with the person you're with. Kind of, in my mind, play it kind of like work. When you leave work, most people leave work behind them.
Really? David does not leave his work at work. He's on the clock 24/7. We could be riding in a car to someplace to do a social event, and he'll be talking about work. We could be on the weekend doing something fun, on our boat on a lake, and he could bring up a work question, and it would expect me to talk to him about it right then and there. We'll do an episode later about double standards.
When you go out in a social environment, why don't you leave the electronic social environment at home, or at least in your purse or in your pocket?
Okay, I think that's good. You think, are we good?
I'm good.
You good?
It's better talking than we were last night.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Take 4. I'm not sure how many of these we've actually taken, because I messed up and pushed the take a picture button instead of take a video button.
So take 3 didn't get filmed at
I don't know
all?
what got taken and what didn't get taken. So let's just go through it again.
What do you want to do?
Let's just go through it again.
Okay.
If you like this, down here. Subscribe over here. If you want another video, it's over here.